Cactus has had quite an interesting history on Skyblock. There used to be ginormous island cactus farms that got #1, and then eventually it turned into manually farming once the cactus knife came out, for example. And since then, it's been just manually farming has been the way. It hasn't always been a very popular crop because it is pretty difficult to farm. You have to go above 400 speed if you want to farm it the most efficiently. You have to go like 464. So it hasn't been the most popular, but hey, there's still some people who have favored it over the years. The current #1 is a French player named STATISTIQUES. He started farming August 31st, 2022, so over 3 years ago now, and he's farmed for around 3,800 to 4,000 hours-ish. He originally started farming because he wanted to get some guild XP for his guild, and he was just bored and wanted to try it out, and I guess he got hooked, you know? The first time he got #1 was actually in 2023. He's got it 2 separate times, so the first time was in August of 2023 because the first person who was Mine Kanto got banned. Cactus has also had quite a bit of cheaters, but we don't need to talk about that this video. We can talk about that another video if you want. But yep, eventually they got passed, and the second time they actually reached it was September 11th this year. There was Boss Block that was a macroer, and they were just behind the #1 at the time, which is Luna Sappho. And Luna was going for 10 billion cactus and was trying to be the first person to do that. And she did end up doing that and reaching 10 billion and stopped farming there. And Boss Block actually ended up getting banned quite a few months ago. So now STATISTIQUES just kept farming to catch up with Luna and ended up reaching 10 billion as well and passing her. And so they're both just kind of sitting there around 10 billion. Luna isn't farming, so STATISTIQUES doesn't really need to farm anymore. And the current #3 player is at like 2.5 billion. There's a ginormous gap between the first and second players in Cactus and everyone else. Like, it's actually insane. There's no competition. If you guys want to climb a leaderboard easily, go do Cactus. Nowadays, STATISTIQUES still plays the game, but he's just been grinding a lot of, well, levels, just Skyblock XP. He's almost max level, actually. He's done with everything, apparently, except for dungeons, 2 divine rabbits, and some spooky bestiary. So he's almost max Skyblock level on top of being #1 Cactus collection, which takes thousands of hours. He is incredibly dedicated to this game. What achieved him to be able to do this kind of thing and be an insane person and actually farm Cactus is he's actually a sports teacher, so he has a lot of free time, like being able to have like the summer off and stuff like that, and it gives him a lot of motivation and discipline because teach kids sports is, yeah, I couldn't even. Anyway, again, huge shout out to Luna, first person to reach 10 billion cactus. They're one of the cactus goats. There's basically just those two. They're pretty much equal, honestly, even though this video is technically about STATISTIQUES because he's #1. But yeah, if you guys want to do something similar yourselves, it will take a long time, probably years. And STATISTIQUES, he has some advice for you, and that is you need a motivation and discipline, which I can agree with. It is very difficult. You can burn out very easily when you do this kind of thing, especially if you push yourself way too hard, way too much, and like you just never want to play the game because it just becomes a pain and a chore. And yeah, you have to have a lot of motivation, that's for sure, and discipline with yourself and say, I will achieve this amount of crops every day or whatever. Anyways, make sure y'all subscribe.